Yo, what's going on, everybody? Frozen Fists. Back with another podcast, back with another episode. Let me turn this fan off, dude. Episode 35. I don't know if we have much to talk about today. I know we got some fight announcements to go through. We got the UFC Apex card from last weekend to talk about. Kevin Vallejos, our boy, getting it done over Josh Emmett, as we expected. And then we got UFC London coming up this weekend. Bro, this card is very underrated, in my opinion. This is a very good card. A lot of good.
I've seen a lot of people calling it trash.
What? That's crazy. I don't think this.
I guess they're basing it off of the last UFC London cards, which were pretty good, I will say.
Yeah. Well, I think this is a very good card as well, bro. I mean, we got a bunch of undefeated fighters on this card. That you know, the main event, huge implications for the featherweight division. So I'm really looking forward to this card. I can't believe people are hating on it. That's actually very surprising to me, but we know that this damn community will hate on anything and everything. So, man, we had a good week. We interviewed our biggest fighter yet, man. Me and Barrett did. QJB had to miss out, unfortunately, but interviewed Charles Jourdain. That was sick. Probably our best interview yet. I cannot wait for that one to come out. Looking very forward to it. You guys will love that one. Bro, honestly, we just shot the shit with him. Like, it was not even really about fighting for a lot of that interview. It was just about life, psychology, freaking mindset shit. So it was a dope interview.
Is that going on this episode?
Nah, this episode we got Josiah Harrell coming off of UFC Houston.
His debut.
Unfortunately, took a L, but a really cool story. You know, obviously had brain surgery not too long ago. He was supposed to make his UFC debut in 2023, had brain surgery, and then went on a little bit of a run. And then, you know, obviously, you know, took the L in his first official fight in the UFC, but
came in on short notice, man.
Yeah, came in on short notice.
Brave.
And he will also be dropping down to 155, as he told us. So, big things coming for Josiah. He is a very skilled fighter, very well-rounded in the martial arts, has a wrestling background, but is a great striker as well. And yeah, I think you guys will enjoy that interview too. That interview was also not even just about fighting, man. Like, just getting to know the fighter. So it was a cool interview. Very happy and very grateful to have had that opportunity. But yeah, other than that, man, what you guys got to say?
This will actually be the last time you guys see me until 2 weeks from now. Boys got a little trip to Disney with the girlfriend, so I'm gonna be MIA for a bit. Yup. Shout out Frozen Fist sending me on the jet. WPJ. Other than that, bro, yeah, I'm looking forward to this weekend's event because I don't know if I'll be able to watch the one in 2 weeks, but yeah, dude, looking forward to it. I'm excited.
What event is in 2 weeks? That's UFC Seattle.
Seattle. Good card.
You're going to miss my boy Izzy. That's unfortunate.
I am, bro. I might just have to try to throw it up on the phone if I get the chance.
Yeah.
Might just have to.
Yeah, good week. Pretty freaking good card. One of the best of the year so far.
Yeah. I feel like we just said that about that Apex card, but bro, that was genuinely the best card of the year so far, in my opinion. Anyways, so
yeah,
I agree.
Very good.
I
good.
Agree with that.
Hyped to talk about that. Not a ton of news, but good announcements.
Yeah.
So
let's just get right into it.
Without further ado, we got Alex Perez versus Sumerday. I always see this guy's name and I just do not know how to pronounce it.
Sumerderji. You had it.
Sumerderji. Alex Perez versus Sumerderji. That's in the works for UFC Macau on May 30th.
That's a really weird matchup. Really weird. Alex Perez coming off of Chin and Charles Johnson. I don't know why he's fighting lower in the rankings, you know, after a win, but hey, man, maybe he just wants to fight. Booked very quickly. Just weird. Very weird.
Why do I feel like... When's the last time Sumerderji fought?
I feel like it wasn't that long ago.
Why do I feel like he fought recently? I could be completely wrong, but
I don't
know Jesus Aguilar at UFC 326.
Wow.
Jesus Aguilar.
Literally 2 weeks ago, and he's just getting back in there. Good for these guys.
So just over a month in between fights. So going up against a pretty tough opponent, Alex Perez, dude. That's going to be a tough test for him.
Yeah, for sure. Weird fight.
We got Pollyanna Viana.
Yeah.
Elise Ardeline at UFC Vegas 117 on May 16th.
Let's go,
Couple
Pollyanna.
freaking social media people, dude.
I fuck with Pollyanna's tats, bro. She's got some Naruto tats. She's dope, man. I fuck with her.
Battle of the
The
OF.
community's calling this fight the Battle of the OnlyFans chicks.
These girls are both on OF?
Apparently.
I think so.
Come on, man.
Not sure to what extent, but
Dana, start paying these girls better, man. Start paying these damn fighters, bro. These chicks gotta go out, they gotta go out there and sell their damn freaking body just to make a paycheck. Dana, come on.
These chicks are just doing it for the love of the game, bro. They're probably making 10x what they're making in the UFC on
Probably, dude. I wouldn't doubt it.
Shout out.
So we had a bunch of UFC Perth announcements. Perth will be on May 2nd, so coming up. We got Tim Elliott versus Steve Erceg. That's confirmed. The co-main event.
Banger.
Tai Tuivasa versus Sean Sheriff. Interesting little heavyweight bout there. Jacob Malkoon versus Gerald Mearshart.
Hey.
We also got our boy Cam Ralston, first Frozen Fist interview guest right there. Cam Ralston, he's going up against Robert Brzezek.
Let me add something quickly. We got Cam coming on the show on Saturday. We'll be interviewing him on Saturday, so stay tuned for that episode in the next couple weeks.
Let's go, part 3. And then finally, we got Junior Taffa versus Kevin Christian.
Fire. Junior Taffa, how is this guy still in the UFC? It's beyond me, but...
Fuck.
He's just an Australian fighter, bro. Anytime they got an Australian card, they just throw him on there.
Yep.
Fuck that bullshit.
And then the fight of the night and performance of the nights for last weekend's card. Fight of the night goes to Rahiki versus Hardwick. That was a banger.
That was a banger. Shout out to Harry Hardwick fighting through a damn broken jaw. He broke, obviously got his jaw clicked out at some point in that fight.
Bro, that shit looks nasty too. That video he posted.
Yeah. Marwan Rahiki is nasty, bro. That dude is legit as it gets. He is fun to watch. He is very fun to watch. But yeah, Harry Hardwick, bro, it looked like there was a legit hole in his mouth. It was crazy.
I think it was like dead ass, like torn apart, bro.
Crazy.
Fuck.
How good is Harry Hardwick's chin? Maybe not anymore, but
he
still didn't get put out.
Yeah, bro. For it to get busted like that and still just stay on your feet.
That's what I mean, dude. Most dudes are getting slept. If your jaw's getting misaligned that badly, most dudes are getting slept. But yeah, impressive. Great fight.
Yeah. And then the performance of the nights went to Kevin Vallejos and Manel Souza. Well deserved. So, yeah.
Well deserved. Our boy.
Eric Anders has officially retired following his UFC Vegas 114 victory.
Shout out Eric.
Shout out.
Will be Frozen Fist guest at some point. Bro, Loki blew us off yesterday, but it's all good. We forgive. We will have Eric on the show at some point.
Bro, I want to ask him if he would have I'm sure I know what the answer is, but how much better it would have been to retire the way he did in a stadium, bro, or in a packed arena type of thing.
Yeah.
Doing it at the freaking Apex, bro.
A little different.
That's tough.
Yeah.
He doesn't give off he's not like a performer in that sense. It doesn't seem like he's just like a fighter's fighter. You know what I mean? He just
loves to go out there.
He doesn't seem like too much of a showman.
Good point.
So who knows? Maybe he doesn't give a shit. But gonna have to ask him that. Netflix's MVP MMA event on May 16th just got a confirmed edition. Nate Diaz versus Mike Perry. So now the card is Ronda Rousey versus Gina Carano. That's the main event. Francis Ngannou versus Felipe Lins. That's the co-main. And then Nate Diaz versus Mike Perry. That's the featured. All 5-minute rounds. So
I think
it's gonna be a long ass card.
Yeah, I think it's very weird that they're doing 5 rounds for these fights, dude. I feel like
I kind of like it though.
I just
pretty crazy.
I don't think they're gonna be able to keep that pace for 5 rounds anymore. These guys, none of these fighters have been, in the octagon for a very long time. So I really don't know how that's gonna go. I think the last 2 rounds of those fights are gonna be very sloppy. But hey, that might be.
The third round might even be pretty sloppy.
Yeah, that might make it funner to watch. Who knows? But pretty excited for this little event.
honestly think Rousey's going to take Carano out pretty easily. I think Ngannou's going to knock Felipe Lins out. And Diaz, Mike Perry, I don't know if it goes the distance. I could see Diaz trying to tie something up. Maybe Mike Perry puts him out, bro. I don't know. I'm excited. I think this is going to be the most viewed MMA event this year, probably ever. It's exciting that Netflix is finally getting into something like this, bro. I know it's kind of like a one-off event, but if this pops, bro, and Netflix and MVP are able to do something and fighters have another place to go aside from the UFC to get paid, get money, get good fights.
This might not be great for the UFC, brother.
It could be great for UFC fans. We'll say that.
Yes.
UFC, this puts them in a tough spot, but this is good for the fans. This is good for the fighters. So yeah, bro, I'm not complaining. I'm looking forward to it. I can't lie.
It's gonna be a fun event.
Yeah, another competitor, another MMA competitor against the UFC. So
yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting. But hey, good for the fans if that. Maybe fighters are gonna get more pay because they have to pay them because they could just say, "I'm gonna go over to this promotion if you don't pay me." So
yeah,
exactly.
Puts a bit of pressure on Dana.
Yeah. Next up, Thiago Moses versus Gage Young at UFC Winnipeg on April 18th. Another UFC Winnipeg edition.
Thiago's fought the best of the best at 155.
Yep.
Yeah, this is gonna be a pretty good little fight. A nice little addition.
Yeah, like Aaron said, Thiago's fought a lot of good names. Beneil Dariush being one of them, Michael Johnson, King Green, Alex Hernandez, Islam Makhachev, Jose Alvarez, Melk, our boy Melk, BSD, Ludovic Klein, Jared Gordon, just crazy list of guys. And then Gage, he lost his Contender Series fight against Quillan Salkild, didn't get knocked out, and still made his way into the UFC 7 months later. So I'm pretty up for this fight.
That'll be a good scrap, bro.
Yeah,
bro gave Quillan a pretty competitive scrap on the Contender Series. So, this dude is he's not no slouch. Let's say that.
Mm-hmm. Big news here. Alex Pereira has signed a new 8-fight deal with the UFC, man. Holy.
This dude trying to go down as the GOAT, bro. This dude trying to go down as the GOAT. Simple as that. But on Ariel Helwani, he said, that's not even in the forefront of his mind. So, either way, the fans are winning with this one. This is so sick. Poton, I remember we were saying in the other episode, dude, probably has 2 or 3 fights left. How wrong were we? How wrong were we? But I can't complain about being wrong about that because we get to see the potential GOAT hop back in there 8 more times. So bro's probably gonna fight more. Bro's gonna fight more times than Ilya probably for the rest of his career.
Yep.
So
you're probably right. Yep. Hey, bro, he's gonna go clear out that heavyweight division. I just do want to say I hope this isn't like a situation that, he fights maybe 5 more fights, 6 more fights, and then has like 2 fights left on the contract, but decides to retire, and then the UFC just kind of ties him up. Say he wants to go box somewhere, he can't really go box, bro. He's got a fucking UFC contract. We know the way they are about that shit. Mm-hmm. If we see him another 8 more times, bro, holy fuck.
That's crazy.
That's a lot. Bro's going to be fighting until he's 41, 42. Like, damn, dude. I mean, I guess you can get away with that at heavyweight. You're not cutting weight.
Hey, bro. But he's not cutting weight. He's probably going to knock a lot of these dudes out pretty quick.
He's also not your typical 40-year-old.
Very true.
I feel like he's going to be active. I feel like he's going to want to be a little active. So he might be able to bust these out in like 2.5 years, 3 years.
Yeah. Bro could get 6 fights in 2 years, and then that just leaves 2 more. Yeah. So, yeah, this is very interesting news. Very exciting. I do think he still will eventually go into boxing at some point. Who's going to box first, Ilia Topuria or Alex Pereira?
Well, like you guys,
Pereira will.
Yeah, like you guys said, Poton will be probably clearing out this contract in the next 2 to 3 years, and I assume he'll get right into boxing after this contract's over. I think Ilya, bro, I think he's gonna go for the next 5-6 years of his career, 1 maybe 2 fights a year, and then he'll get into boxing.
Damn, okay.
This is my prediction.
I feel like it's going to be very similar, bro. I think it's going to be a very similar timeline. I could even see, dude, imagine Ilia Topuria and Alex Pereira on the same boxing card.
Little Netflix card.
Glory boxing.
Just making hella bread. hundreds of millions.
Yeah, stacking cheddar.
Another thing though that made me think about this is 8-fight deal, bro. He must be getting hella bread from the UFC here.
Yeah.
Yeah, he said it was a pretty good deal, didn't he?
It's got to be a hefty amount.
You know, Dana does pay these superstars well. He does pay the superstars well. I'm sure this dude is stacking pure cheddar right now. Yeah.
And as one of the best superstars in the UFC, yeah, he's got to be getting paid a hefty amount.
Yeah.
Ending this news section off, we got a bunch of fight announcements, so we'll go through those quickly. Andre Petrovsky versus Cody Brundage for UFC Vegas 117 on May 16th.
What is Cody Brundage doing, bro? He's just trying to get a check. He just wants
Speedrun.
He wants to get in there.
This dude's just doing it for the love of the game.
Get beat up and make some money, man. Fair enough. I don't know. He likes getting beat up, I guess. I don't think I've ever seen Cody Brundage win a fight.
Fuck, bro. Petrovsky's not an easy out either. That guy's he'll scrap.
Yeah.
Crazy Cody is still in the UFC, but I guess they like guys like this that are just willing to put their body on the line, go out there and scrap.
But you cut Adam Fugit? It makes no sense, bro. Same exact situation. I guess Cody Brundage maybe been in it a little bit longer, but like, bro, this guy gets beat. He just lost to Dante Johnson. We saw how shit Dante Johnson looked.
Yeah, that is. Yeah, I mean,
that's just
we'll
my
see,
2
dude.
cents. That's my 2 cents.
Maybe he gets cut after the Andre fight. I don't know. He might just go out there and put on another solid fight, and then get another close, quick turnaround. Who knows?
Yeah, you never know.
Another fight on that UFC Vegas 117 card: Modestas Bukauskas versus Rodolfo Bellato.
The twins.
The twins.
Bro, whenever I see these dudes' headshots, I'm like, I never know who is who sometimes. I got a pretty good idea now, but before I never knew. It's so funny.
I always remember Bellato's like tat on his shoulder, arm sections.
Yeah.
Bro, the picture that Marcel posted of them lined up together, bro, it literally looks like if you took a mirror, it was just like switch flopped, like
just very subtle differences, dude.
They look so similar, man. Next up, Bruno Silva versus Edgar Chairez. Edgar Chairez for UFC Vegas 118 on June 6th. Bruno Silva with a quick turnaround.
Bruno Silva won that fight. We'll get to that, but good for Bruno Silva. He deserves better, dude. He gets disrespected too much.
Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't say quick turnaround, but quick announcement. Like, dude just fought, and he's already got a fight next, so.
Yeah.
Pretty crazy. And then, finally, we got some UFC Baku on UFC Azerbaijan announcements for June 27th. We got Michael Pereira versus Shara Magomedov.
Little birthday card.
And then, dude, my birthday card. And then Ikram Aliskerov versus Bruno Ferreira, the Hulk.
Fire. Ooh. Another quick turnaround for Bruno. Got a lot of dudes with the quick turnaround, so.
Yep.
I want to know what I've actually noticed with this new Paramount deal is a lot of these dudes are super, super active, bro. Like, fighting, signing a contract right away. Fighting, signing a contract right away. I noticed that, and I saw a lot of people talking about that in some comment sections, too. Maybe these dudes are...
It's like they have...
Well, they're getting more money, right? We know that, so maybe it's just more incentive to, continue to hop in that octagon and perform, so...
Yep.
It's like they have fighters, like guys that are like waiting, and then like Bruno, loses his fight, and then they have a guy waiting, so they're like, hey, do you want to fight this guy? Like they offer them pretty quick, I feel like. Yeah,
and it's interesting for like Bruno, that a case like Bruno, bro, he just got sparked pretty bad. He just got he got sent to the shadow realm pretty bad, and this is a quick turnaround. And like Aliskerov is, he's not this crazy threat, right? But like there's always the potential that, Bruno could get hit, in the right spot again. He gets clipped on his chin or something and put him out bad again. Like there's some risk with this, bro. But hey, I'm a fan of it. I'm a fan.
I like both of these matchups. Ikram versus Bruno. That's an interesting one. But Michael Pereira versus Shara, bro. Michael Pereira's coming off quite a performance.
He lost, but he lost that fight against Zach Reese. But
yeah,
in my opinion, anyways. In my opinion, when was the last time we saw Shara? I feel like it's been a little minute.
Well, the last time we saw him was in that grappling event, but
yeah, I know that, but like last fight
since
in the UFC.
then.
His last fight
It was
wasn't
Mark
against
Andre.
MVP, right?
Marc-Andre
Okay.
Barrios.
Andre, holy shit.
Okay.
When was that,
Damn.
dude? Early 2025?
Whitaker versus the Ritter.
Sheesh.
Is that in the summer?
So, yeah. So he's pretty much 1 year later.
Interesting. Huh.
Pretty much almost a full year
Yeah.
later, he's getting back.
I guess that's what happens when you can't fight fucking anywhere else except that part of the world.
Yeah, fair enough. Get this dude in the USA, man. There's got to be some kind of, like, they got to make some kind of exception for this dude, you know? Like, this guy has so much talent. Yeah, he's missing an eye, but he gets it done no matter what. He
It
gets
clearly
awards.
doesn't affect him that badly,
Yeah, seriously. He did.
Such a weird rule.
He did break his nose pretty bad that last fight, so that could also be why he took some time off. But
True,
shit, dude,
true.
get this guy back in the octagon, man. Trying to see him more.
For real.
That being said, boys, that's all the news we got. We will get right to that Josiah Harrell interview now. As I said, coming off that UFC Houston fight, UFC debut. Expect to see him back soon. Bro, I'm super excited to watch him again because I think he has a lot of potential. He's undefeated going into that last fight, and you know, especially moving down a weight class, man. That we might see Josiah Harrell making some noise very soon.
Yeah,
so.
Keep an eye out for the muscle hamster, yeah. Keep an eye out.
Let's go.
Yep, so we'll cut to that now. Hope you guys enjoy the interview with Josiah Harrell. Very appreciative for him coming on. Hope you guys enjoy. What's going on, everybody? Frozen Fist back with another interview. We got Josiah Harrell on. Huge shout out to you for coming on, bro. We're very, very appreciative. Fresh off a UFC contract, signing his first UFC contract, fresh off his first UFC fight. Very excited to have you. How is everything going?
Oh, everything's good. I didn't even know I was on yet. I'm good. I went to the dark realms for a moment in time, and we're back. It's not that scary, you know. People are always like, after you get knocked out, it's terrifying. I'm like, honestly, I think I'm more excited to fight. It's like you feel nothing. You're just present. So I'm happy to be on. Thank you for having me on.
Yeah, very appreciative. Once again, you know, the knockouts happen. That's the fight game, right? But first question for me, it's something I ask everyone that we have on. I'm just wondering how you got into MMA. Did you start watching it first? You start training first? And was it something that you knew you wanted to do for a living right from the start, or did it take some time to kind of realize that?
How did I get into MMA? I got into MMA via being interested into it as a kid, but never getting a chance to do it. And then as an adult, I kind of got stuck in this place. It's either go back to school. So this is right whenever I end up leaving Cincinnati. It's either go back to school and know exactly what I want to do, so I don't have to worry about if I'm like interested into it. Because I only went to Cincinnati for football. That ended up not working out. And then on my way home, I contacted every Army recruiter that I knew, or that was on the internet. And then by the time I came back from Cincinnati, I was in MEPS. So I already was ready to swear, and I have a scar on the back of my neck here from a birthmark. And that pretty much just delayed me getting into MEPS. So the moment I'm supposed to swear in, the doctors come in and like, hey, what's the scar on your neck for? And they have to make sure I didn't have like a major neck surgery because you're not allowed to be in the Army there. So they go, you can't swear in today. So from there, I'm stuck. And I'm like, okay, cool. Football didn't want me. Army didn't want me. It's like, where do I go next? And it was pretty much just like a shot in the dark. I'm like, okay, I've always wanted to try this. I was at least interested in this. Let's give that a shot. And at that point in time, I wasn't just going to sit and just focus on drinking or partying or what usually people do at that time. And it's just more of like, I was still doing that stuff, but it was more like I could not sit comfortably knowing that I didn't have a plan for the future. So I was like, let me give this a shot. And worst case scenario, I go back to school. But whenever I first started, it took me about 6 years before I'm like, okay, we can make this basically somewhere I can make money, somewhere I can give my family the place they need, like just the stuff they would need to be able to provide for the people I love.
Right.
But it took a minute for me to be able to fully conceptualize that, because I'm like, okay, am I really that good? Okay, is this really happening? Okay, is this good? And then by the time I've fully developed going, okay, I am that good, now it's just making the small changes to make sure it's no more playing around, because I still like to play too much.
Yeah.
It's more just getting serious right off the bat, which is no fun, but it's fine.
Yeah, fair enough. I just want to build off that. For me, when I first started training, I played hockey before I started training, and a lot of people they would have trouble subbing me in jiu-jitsu or whatever. They're always like, "Oh, you must have been an athlete before." Do you think that football played a role in your success as a MMA fighter?
I also wrestled a bunch, so I
Okay.
wrestled, through all. I would say from little league all the way through high school. But I would say, I don't know if football helped. The camaraderie of football, I think I missed the most. I will
Yeah.
say this: you're not going to be scared to take hits, and if people do have like that fear of taking hits, then I say football can help you in that way. But if you're not afraid of getting hurt, I think that it won't do much other than making you more athletic, and then that can obviously help you in any situation.
Yeah, for sure.
So there was just over a month in between your LFA fight and your UFC debut. Could you run through how that came to be? I'm assuming fighting in the UFC was an opportunity that you couldn't pass up on.
Yep.
And how was that with such a quick turnaround?
I mean, we had some bumps and bruises. I'm pretty sure I broke my foot in the LFA fight.
Damn.
Yeah, but it's doing so. It's like I couldn't really run for a long time, and we had some knee problems that we were able to get figured out. But even then, still felt very, very comfortable and very excited. I was waiting for something special to happen, and then, I mean, crazy is as soon as I went for the takedown, fucking out. I just nothing. Like there
Yeah.
was nothing there. But even now, I still feel confident in the fight. I'm just like, there's no way you knock yourself out twice. There's no way that happens twice. And not taking anything from him, like it was his night. He did everything he could. But even then, I was expecting something special. Like everybody was talking about how good he is and this. So I'm giving him opportunity to swing on the feet. Gave him opportunity to show what he could do on the ground. And he took me down twice. And I was like, cool. I got back up. And then it was just right whenever I started to initiate the wrestling. I'm like, okay, so we knew we could take him down. We know we can get back up. We know we can strike with him. Now it's just about, okay, what else could happen? So I hate the fact that I wasn't able to have more time to answer that for myself and for everybody else. But I mean, he did his thing. God was on his side that night, and I really have nothing to complain about other than I hate the fact that like I didn't get to show you guys more.
Yeah, fair enough. Well, I think that both you guys have a lot of potential. I think maybe that's a matchup we could see down the line. Down the line,
Yeah,
you know.
yeah. Well, I mean, we'll see because I'm gonna go down to 55.
Yeah.
Really realistically, I'm a smaller guy, so I don't have like I could make 70 tomorrow. So it's just
Mhm.
like for these guys, they got to be disciplined for 3 months plus just to make 70.
Yeah.
And for me, I'm like I can literally just go make it right now if I had to.
Right.
So it's there, but I mean to go back to your original question, how do I prepare and get all that? You kind of just gotta accept that like you're not going to get this opportunity too much,
Yeah.
and whether you don't believe in yourself, like luckily I do, or whether you do, you kind of just gotta take what the UFC gives you. That's where they're at in this situation. It's okay. Remember last time whenever you said or whenever you said no, yeah, we're just not going to offer you again. So that thing is in the back of your mind whenever you're going through all this stuff. But and somebody in my position, I don't know why you would say no unless you just didn't believe in yourself. So you kind of just gotta not roll with the punches, but just do what you can and try to put on a show.
Yeah, fair
Yeah.
enough. I notice just from your social media that, well, obviously you do a lot of interviews and you make a lot of content. Is that something that you've been wanting to like purposely grow your brand, or is it just something that you enjoy doing outside of the cage?
The content's like as long as I have like fresh videos, I don't mind doing that. It's the I don't like repeating stuff, so
Mm,
I don't mind making content. It's like it's a part of the job. I really don't have anything else to do. So other than training and making sure that my body's just as good as it can be and taking care of that with recovery and sleep and everything and eating. I don't have anything else. So it's like, okay, me spending an hour a day making content for this thing that could eventually pay me is
yeah,
it's not a bad investment. So I just kind of think of it as an investment, and I go, cool, if I spend enough time here and I grow this enough, then I can end up getting some sort of profit out of this, whether it's me able to help somebody else or whether it's money coming through. So I kind of just think of it as another just like I said, another investment.
yeah, valid.
Um, so yeah, kind of like what you were talking about earlier with like moving down to 155. You seem to have no issues being a smaller welterweight fighter. Do you think height advantage is not as big of a factor as fans may think, or does it just depend on the fighter?
I think that it can be an advantage, especially if there is a bigger, let's say if there's the skill gap is the same. I think that whether it's athleticism, whether it's speed, whether it's explosiveness, whether it's being taller, I think those things can play a role. But if the skill is off put in some way, then those things can be I won't say beaten, but they can definitely be equalized with skill. So it's not something that you can just go in there and go, cool, I'm the smaller guy and he's a better fighter than me. Let's see what happens. It's like, okay, you're going to have to be very tactical with what you do, and you're going to have to go and play a specific game plan. But with somebody like me, I'm comfortable pretty much everywhere. So whether we're on our back, like you don't want to be there, or whether we're up on our feet, it's like I'm okay wherever it goes. I know where his dangers are, and as long as I am staying away from those things and being disciplined, I am pretty confident in front of most people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wanted to ask, for me, religion, Christianity has been huge for me in the last year of my life, and I noticed that you got baptized just over a year ago, a couple days ago. So I just wanted to ask about how important is your faith, not only in the cage in your career, but just everyday life.
Yeah, it's a cheat code. I mean, if anyone wants to get a better life, depending on the Lord is such a cheat code. It's for me, and this is what's messed up, and a lot of people wouldn't accept this in my position, but I met the Lord when I was going through brain surgery, and I was still I went to church 6 years before I got baptized. So this is so it was pretty much I started fighting. I started going to church in 2021 or 2, and I didn't get baptized until I was like, for sure, no questions, where people usually jump into it right away. But I had these thoughts getting into Christianity. I'm like, why wouldn't you? You get to a point where it's like, okay, so you're telling me the science behind it of you believing that there's a God that is there for you is automatically going to make you more lucky or blessed, or however you want to think about it. It's automatically going to make you more likely to succeed, less likely to be in some sort of prison or drug ordeal or end up in jail. It's like, okay, and you're telling me this now. So logic beside, even if you really didn't believe that Jesus is your savior, if you could just convince yourself that there's a God out there for you, why wouldn't anybody have that? And then I go down and as I'm in this 5-year run, I'm kind of just trying to figure out, is Jesus who he says he is? Because that's really the question. If he says who he is, then there's no other answer. And the thing is there's so much text, there's so many things leading it, whether it's historically or whether it's environmentally, there's so many things saying that, basically just proving him right. It's like, okay, I'm either an idiot or I think that I can outthink the creator of this universe. And the thing is I'm both. I'm an idiot, and then we have our pride every now and then. So I'm just like, okay, if the thing that's keeping me away from Jesus or God before I knew who Jesus was, if the thing keeping me from this God is his name, I was trying to convince myself that wasn't important. So I'm looking and I'm going through this Bible, and it took right around it was my first fight coming back, because I wasn't going to do it. I didn't want to do it my first fight coming back. I wanted to do it before or after my first fight coming back. But then I was like, well, why? So I can try to trick myself out of this. So by the time I figured out who Jesus was, and by the time I've had my brain surgery, and really that was the only thing I could really depend on, is just being okay with whatever he chose. And then we got our chance coming back, and then I'm going, let's get baptized. It's like, first of all, I started beating myself up. I'm like, why are you waiting so long? It's like, obviously you're here, you're alive, you should be grateful. And then on the other hand, I'm like, you get another chance at doing something you love, and then you want to wait until after this fight, the thing or the win or loss of this fight is going to change your basically just your mindset of getting saved. And I'm like, nope. So as soon as I realized who Jesus was, I was like, no, this is it. But honestly, I should have had it beforehand. I just had a lot of pride in myself and trying to understand and try to conceptualize the way the universe works. And long story short, God's good.
Yeah.
If you're confused about anything, if you don't know anything, I would just suggest just reading into the Bible, reading into seeing who Jesus Christ as a person was, and he can change you in many ways.
I agree, man. I agree. I try to, like with my buddies. I have a lot of my buddies aren't religious. Like the two guys I run this account with, I don't think they really believe. But I try to plant that seed, right?
Yeah.
But I'm sure going through something like that brain surgery, like that's a super vulnerable position that you're in. I'm sure that faith goes a long way. And going back to your point, sorry, is just that there's really no downside to it. Like you believe Jesus, you believe God your whole life, and maybe at the end of your life you end up being wrong. So what? You lived a life and just faithful. Like I don't know. There's just no downside to it in my opinion.
Exactly. No, I mean, realistically, there is no downside. It's if he's wrong, then really nothing matters anyways.
Exactly.
If he's right, then and you're not following him, you're burning in hell. So it's that's scary in itself. But even because I know like that's not the way he would like to speak, he wouldn't give us two options. He wants us to follow him. He wants us to be close. He wants a relationship. So it's basically just those that are willing to have a relationship with him. You're in a good spot. And then those that think that they can live life without him, he will let you live life without him. It's not even that's all hell really is just being separated from the creator. And that's what all it comes down to. But no, logically, emotionally, for your future, financially, realistically, it's all benefits if you believe in the Lord.
Absolutely.
My next question: who were some fighters that impressed you as you got into MMA, and are there any current fighters that catch your eye?
I mean, there's fighters that I want to fight for the second question, but as I grew up, I would take parts of fighters. So I would take the feints or the footwork, like somebody like Sean O'Malley, or even getting older, John Jones, Izzy, George St. Pierre, like Connor. I mean, for the most part, I don't really care too much about him. He did a lot for the sport, and very good left hand, very good aura wise, and he's very good at his charisma and what he did, and he brought a lot of people to the fans, more than anybody, I think. But I would take special pieces from each fighter, and I would try to apply it to myself. So I grew up in a place to where I didn't really have any like I want to be just like that. I don't have heroes. It's just like cool. Somebody they're gonna end up letting you down. I don't care who you are. It's like if you have a hero, if you have somebody that's just so high up on a pedestal, they're gonna tear you down in some way, whether it's physically, mentally. If they are not the person you thought they were, it's gonna destroy you in some way. So I really never had that, but I did have. I was smart enough, thank the Lord, that I was able to take pieces and movements and mindsets from these fighters. But if I had to select my favorite fighter to copy, it'd have to be Mighty Mouse. I mean, he was good everywhere. I think he was very comfortable with what he did, and then honestly becoming a UFC champ while working a full-time job's crazy. So just in general, I think he's one of the greatest there ever will be. Just mixing it up wise, he was able to wrestle with guys, strike with guys. His jiu-jitsu is good. It's like he didn't really have a hole in the game compared to some of the others. They could have had a bigger hole than such. So Mighty Mouse is somebody I look up to, Demetrius Johnson. And then if I had people that I would look forward to fighting, it'd have to be like an Ilya and Armin. Whoever has the belt at 70 is gonna either make me meet the darkness again or not. I mean, it's certainly not up to me, so I'm not too worried about that. But it's those guys that are willing to push me either beyond my limits or beyond my capacity to think and really motivate me to try to be better. That's all I care about. I think coming into really anything you do, your goal should be trying to grow in such a way that it changes you. And anybody that gets into this sport to just really fight the easiest thing and make money, you're a businessman. You're not a fighter, which is fine. I'm not here to make anybody, but anybody that came into the sport as a fighter, like you're here to see what you're capable of. Who cares about wins? Who cares about losses? And go. Okay, who's gonna push you? fight that person. But I mean, these days it's a lot of businessmen, which is fine. That's the way the world works. But at the end of the day, it's going to be the fighters that come up on top. So you can be a businessman for a certain amount of time. At some point, you have to fight somebody who's fucking good. And if you're not excited to do that, I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah, I wanna ask about you say meet in the darkness. Obviously that's a risk you take as a fighter, right?
Yeah.
I plan to have my first amateur fight this year, so I want to know, like, earlier on in your career, was that something that, like, I can't lie to you, man, I'm fucking terrified, but like, is that just something that you just learn to accept?
I mean, fear itself is going to be something you have to learn how to accept. And the only difference between a hero and a coward is a hero does the things despite the fear. So it's like you having the fear is just showing how intelligent you are. Mm-hmm. There's nothing wrong with it. That is a natural human response. You can't not be human. So that is going to be with you for the rest of your life, whether it's going to be the fear of getting married, whether it's going to be the fear of moving up financially, whether it's going to be the fear of whatever. Put it in there. It's a part of our nature. It's part of being a human. The only thing that I would suggest is trying not to push yourself out of positions based off of fear. Mm-hmm. So now that fear is controlling you, that's where things are like up and down for me. But you having the fear and accepting and acknowledging that, there's nothing wrong with that. I would say this: you have a good relationship with Jesus. If it is meant to be, and you need to experience this some reason or some way or another, be okay with that. Mm-hmm. Don't let the fear of getting knocked down slow you down. Don't let the fear of getting hurt stop you from doing what you're supposed to do. If you're in a fight, you have to focus on what you can do the best. Put all the fear on the Lord and do it. Try to have as much fun as possible. Because, I mean, other than that, anything that you use or obtain up here mentally that is fear-based is gonna slow you down, and that is more likely to hurt you than actually being outskilled or actually being just not as good as your opponent. So your fear is going to be there. Try to sit with it if you can, meditate with it. Talk to the Lord about it. Everything you do, you're going to have some sort of fear in base. As long as you're not getting controlled by it, you'll be okay.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that's exactly it. There's no growth in comfort. So, you know, fear is essential. But I don't want to bring up the loss. Like, I hate to talk about that. But
go ahead, dude. Yeah, no. It's I mean, most people don't want to talk about it.
Yeah.
So it's like just getting like I don't mind being vulnerable. I think that's usually like so I have humor, vulnerability, and then Ohio. So those are it. I'm a nerd. I just ordered a shit ton of more Magic cards, but I make decks and I go through all this shit. Hold on, let's see if I can grab this. This is probably the coolest thing I received today. It's a Charizard X in like a little Pokeball. I gotta figure out how to put it back together. But I have to put a stand together, and I gotta get more of these bitches.
That's dope.
But this was given to me by Cisco. He has one of his buddies make them, and I got so happy. He gave me one of these, and then he gave me an autistic ball too. It's like a Pokeball, except you can click it. But yeah, no, I think that this generation's too set on being like stone faced and too set on being like, no, I'm the toughest, I'm the baddest. It's like
aura farming.
That's cool. Yeah, it's like it's cool and it sounds cool, but it's not real. So I would much rather have a real conversation than be like, oh, I'm gonna be the best ever, and just like obviously I believe in myself and I'm gonna keep heading in that direction. But we don't need to jump around or move around any targets. Just whatever you feel comfortable with talking about, I'm down.
Okay, beautiful, man. Well, I'll get to that fight question in a second, but you mentioned being a nerd. Do you watch anime at all?
Yes.
What's your GOAT anime?
GOAT.
There is a right answer. There's a
lot of right answers. So I wish that Dead Man Wonderland continued. So they discontinued that and they only did one season. But if they would have continued that could have been one of the best things ever. It didn't pop off in Japan. It did great in America. So if that continued, good. Season 1 of Tokyo Ghoul was money. But if I had to put my money on it, I would probably say Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood.
Okay.
It's good.
It's a great pick.
It's good. I mean, obviously you can go with like the Naruto's, or you can go with the One Pieces, but those are good. This is the thing. But it's just, I mean, between those three, that's like the first thing I think of. I wish that more there's more darker, like not like Goblin Slayer dark, because that's kind of fucking. You just get in there like getting mind fucked immediately, but like Dead Man Wonderland dark, cool with me. I'm like, okay, he's in prison. They think he killed his classmates. Now he has powers. Now he's starting to do some shit. All right, let's do this.
Yeah. Full Metal is a great show. My goat is Naruto. So, but going back to that fight question, I wanted to ask. That was the first loss of your career. I'm sure you've probably been in like wrestling tournaments where you've lost matches, but this is the first fight you've lost, pro or amateur. What kind of things do you take away from that fight? And it's big learning experience, I'm sure.
Yeah. So it's like immediately I go out there, and instead of trying to establish myself, which is a thing I think I am most upset with. Like I have a good cardio, I have a good gas tank, and I'm good everywhere. But the thing is I get out there, I'm waiting to see what he's gonna do, because I'm like, oh, you're special. You're like, so I'm basically baiting the Lord to be like, okay, if you are this special, show me. Instead of just being like, no, I have a job to do. Get out there and just start doing as much damage as possible, as fast as possible, push a pace, and basically pressing my will immediately. So that's the thing I dislike the most, is how confident do you have to be to go and give this guy a shot who's one of the best in the world, and just stand and go, cool, this is where you're good at. Oh, your wrestling's where you're good at. Take me down. It's like, but that's the thing where I'm more, I don't mind it, because I mean the fight would play out however it's supposed to, but I think that pace immediately, pressure immediately, and just damage immediately is something that I would take from it. But other than that, I mean, I would need to see more. So who knows? Maybe he is better than me everywhere, and I got lucky sitting up or whatever. So I would have to see it. I just need to basically, I mean, watching it's not going to do anything. So the only thing I can do now is just keep progressing in my ways. And if I fight him again, I'll fight him again.
Yeah. Do you feel like, sorry, Brett, I'll let you get to your question eventually, but I notice when I spar in the gym, like against guys who have been there a lot longer than me, I'll maybe respect them a little bit too much. So that's kind of what you mean?
No, it's the opposite. Like when you respect, you're not throwing, but it's more like I'm waiting for him to throw.
Yeah.
And I'm waiting him to show me all his weapons is what it's kind of going. And I'm throwing back. But it's basically just, I was allowing him to be comfortable. That's immediately. So instead of doing that, start applying pressure, start applying pace, and we started slowly doing that before we end up going for that takedown and knocking ourselves out. But even then, it's like, just start it right away.
Yeah.
We know we have a good gas tank, so if our way to fight is to make it ugly, then fine. I think I'm too caught up on trying to look a certain way, and that irritates me more than just going out there and doing what I'm supposed to do.
You talked about it a little bit, some of your hobbies, but I'm curious, what are some things that you like to do outside of MMA?
I've seen roller skating, yeah.
Literally, I roller skated once last week, and I bought skates immediately. And then yesterday, I went roller skating right after practice, and I was dog tired. But I was like, I said I was going to do this. I got bowling. I went golfing last week as well. What else is there? Running's not that's not a hobby. It's a part of the sport.
Yeah.
Are you a big gamer?
Magic the Gathering. Gaming is fun. It just depends on what it is. Right now, I've been playing, I think it's like Brotato, which is like a mindless. You don't have to. So I'm over here going through it. I'm trying to get, rank 5 or whatever, the hardest one on every character. But I enjoy that. Sometime I'll go through Skyrim, add all the mods, and then just try to see what I can do with it. I enjoy RPGs. I enjoy shooters. I keep getting invited to. What's that new
Arc?
Yes.
Arc Raiders?
So I have to download that at some point. Me and some boys gotta play it. They keep asking me. I'm like, I'll get to it eventually. So I do enjoy gaming. I enjoy a lot of things. I get too excited over the smallest shit. So if anything allows me to kind of like not think about hurting somebody, I'm down. So
Yeah.
it's nice.
I know Ohio's pretty cold. Did you and I guess like roller skating kind of relates, but like ice skate at all?
Oh, listen. I watched the Winter Olympics. I will try to do whatever happened. What's that one chick where she's like boom, and then she points. Oh, you better best. Don't give me ice skates. I'll buy ice skates tomorrow. That's the problem. That is the problem with me.
Skating's fun.
Yeah.
Yes, it is. Skateboarding. I did that for a little bit during what was the fucking thing called, the pandemic.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I'll buy another skateboard too. So
Fair enough. All right, brother. Well, I think that's everything from us. Greatly appreciate you coming on. We have a couple other interviews lined up, so I'll post this one in a couple weeks. But I'll tag you. I'll send you clips and whatnot. But thank you again. Very appreciative, and it was a fun interview. Hope you enjoyed.
Appreciate you, boss.
Thank you.
Yes.
And we're back. Great interview with Josiah. Shout out Josiah for coming on. Just a great conversation with this dude. Me and Barry, chopping it up with Josiah was, talking about some
Big anime guy.
Talking about some anime, talking about just life outside of the octagon. And, very cool dude. So shout out Josiah for coming on. Greatly appreciated. We will be talking to him again when he gets a fight announced. He said he will come back on. So shout out Josiah once more. And we will get into this UFC Vegas 114 card from last weekend. Kevin Vallejos versus Josh Emmett. We'll talk about some prelims here because this was the best card of the year, as we said. Top to bottom bangers.
Goddamn fight night in the Apex, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, and that's the state the UFC is at. Why is this card better than UFC 326? What are we doing? And
What are we doing?
I will mention it briefly. Why is Kevin Vallejo still fighting at the Apex? This dude.
Yeah, we got to get him out of there.
This dude has never fought outside of the Apex. What are we doing? This guy should have opened up. This fight should have opened up the main card on the last.
I do think going forward now he's not in the Apex anymore. That was the last one. Has to be.
He's got to be. He's a superstar, bro. He's a superstar in Argentina.
Even then, bro. I feel like this fight. I mean, yes, I understand it was the headliner. That's fine. But I feel like this is a fight you could have thrown on a numbered event, bro. This fight would have made 326 better.
That's what I'm saying.
Fuck.
You should have opened up the main card, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Just an extra week earlier. Not too much. Both these guys haven't fought in a while. When was the last time Josh Emmett fought? It was UFC 320, I believe. It was when he got subbed by Yusuf Zalal. And then Kevin Vallejos hasn't fought since Giga in December. He took some dirty body shots, but bro, he would have been fine for a little bit of a week earlier. He's in camp. He was training hard, so come on, UFC, get us in the damn matchmaking office. Hunter Campbell, let us know. But we got lots of prelims to talk about on this card, boys. I'm gonna avoid the fight that opened up the prelims because that's probably the worst fight of the card. I'll be honest. But next fight we got Hetra Sosa, Luan Lacerda. This was a banger.
Holy shit!
This was a banger. A lot of output from Hetra Sosa. Pretty back and forth for the first round at least. Second round and the third round started there's a little bit ice tilt towards Hetra Sosa's side. Hetra Sosa, very skilled. I don't expect him to be like, a huge name in the UFC or, super, highly ranked fighter, but very good striking, very clean. Was able to kind of, halt Luan's wrestling, and Luan has, very good jiu-jitsu. So, yeah, man, it was a good fight.
Yeah, dude, I was impressed with Hetra Sosa. Obviously, big striking output. Pretty much doubled up on the strikes. Got taken down 4 times, but he was able to get up.
Yep.
And went 4 for 11 on takedowns for Lacerda. So that defense, it held up, bruh. 15-1, bro. He's exciting. He looked good. I like him.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I thought he looked good as well. I could kind of see him becoming like a career top 15, but like kind of in that like 8 to 15 range, 10 to 15, like just like a bottom half guy, but will always give you a good fight. Yeah, he looked good.
That's not ridiculous, bro. That's not ridiculous to say that. Next fight I want to talk about, Bia Mesquita, the Mosquito.
You called it. Called it, brother.
Yep, bro. Bia Mesquita with the damn shutout. Bro, she's so
Crazy.
dominant. I think she might be one of Kayla Harrison's toughest tests. Am I crazy to say this, boys?
Whoa.
Am I crazy to say this? She's good,
I think
man.
Kayla Harrison might
Not really.
her, but Actually,
I think
bro, I don't
Kayla.
know, Kayla Harrison, she might be different now, bro, coming off that surgery.
Yeah.
She
I do
definitely
think
give her
Kayla's style can
a good
handle
scrap, but I think
Steel.
Kayla would still. I think she's
Yeah.
just too strong, bro. She's dominant.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
That would be a good round match, though.
It definitely would, bro. Bia Mesquita is, very highly touted jiu-jitsu outside of the UFC, like one of the best jiu-jitsu players of all time. So I'm very high on
Didn't
her.
even get hit once.
A complete shutout, dude. How often do you see that? You never see that shit. So
Showing ups
different.
across the board.
yeah,
She built different.
pure domination. Next fight, we'll talk about this Eric Anders one versus Brad Tavares. Just retirement fight for Eric Anders. This is a great fight, back and forth, split decision. Oh, it was a unanimous decision actually. I thought it could have been a split decision, or maybe not a split decision, but 29-28 for Eric.
Mhm.
But yeah, pretty good.
They
Pretty
both had
decent.
their moments, bro. I think both of them they knocked each other down, right? Like
Yeah.
it
Brad
was
knocked him down
pretty,
early in
pretty
the
back and
first.
forth. Yep, it's pretty fucking.
Eric
back
took
and
him down
forth.
3 times.
And yeah, Eric was able to gut it out, pull it out, and good decision.
Good fight.
Good way to end off the career. End off on a win.
Absolutely. Yeah. It's always more ideal to end off on a win. I'm sure maybe
Yeah.
maybe if he lost, he would still be, he wouldn't have hung the gloves up, but next fight, Manuel Sosa versus Balaji Oki. Bro, this was a banger. I honestly think this could have been fight of the night. This was a fucking
That's
banger.
not crazy.
From the start of the fight to the end, Manuel Sosa with a vicious KO, slept him. Yeah, I was a huge fan of this fight. This fight was so fun to watch. I'm high on both these guys, dude. I like both these dudes. I think they're killers. I think they both are just, aggressive with their striking, dude. They walk forward. I love watching both these dudes. Manuel Sosa has some serious fucking power too.
Yeah, that guy, bro, he throws with intent. There's never just I think all of his strikes are pretty much fucking significant strikes. Like, I don't ever see him just throw something out there to throw it out there. He's throwing to fucking put you out.
Throwing missiles.
Oki looked good in the first half of the fight there. But then Sosa was able to kind of just bring it back, fucking grabbed his hand, pulled it down, and just put one right on the chin, put him out.
Bro held his hand as he knocked him out.
That was pretty gangster, bro. I like that Sosa guy.
Yeah.
Hey, dude, Oki's walkout was pretty sick, and I saw some tweets after that was like, dude, this guy's walkout is so sick. Surely he doesn't get knocked out. And then, quote tweets were like, well, that didn't last long.
Yeah, his walkout was pretty freaking hard.
Walkout was dope.
Like
going out the way you did after that, yeah, that's tough.
Hey, man, he went out on his shield, bro. He had a great fight, so he can't be upset about that. Sometimes, bro, you just get caught. You get caught. That's the name of the game, man. So it happens.
Name of the game.
Next fight, Elijah Smith, Su Young Yu. Man, Elijah Smith is fucking good, bro. Elijah Smith is dangerous. How many prospects we got on 135, bro? I swear we say this every other episode. How many prospects are in this division? This division in 5 years,
It's gonna be fucked.
This might be the best division in UFC, bro. Might be the best division in UFC. Dude, call me crazy, but
shit's too stacked. Felipe Lima had to move up.
For real, dude. It's crazy.
Peace out.
Elijah Smith did get, I would say he got dominated in that first round with the grappling, but made the necessary adjustments. And dude, I don't think anyone would have guessed that he was about a sub freaking Su Young Yu, dude. So, if anyone put that down on their slips, holy shit, you must have cashed out big. But yeah,
GG's.
Great scrap. I'm high on Elijah Smith. Can't wait to watch this dude in the future. Next fight, boys.
Banger.
This is also another snub for fight of the night. Sometimes, bro, they should just hand out 2 or 3 fight of the nights. I know Dana doesn't want to fork out that cash, but bro, this was deserving. Got Vitor Petrino, Steven.
This is a heavyweight fight that was fucking entertaining.
Yeah. Vitor Petrino, Steven Asplund. Motherfuckers know we are high on Steven Asplund. We love Steven Asplund. I do wish he would have pressured Vitor when he knocked him down there, because I think he probably would have finished that fight, bro. But that's hindsight. In the moment, he was emoting. Shit was funny. It was a fun fight to watch regardless. Pretty crazy that every single strike Vitor threw was a significant strike.
Yeah, I think a big reason why he didn't press him is because Vitor packs a punch, bro, and he didn't want to get caught pressing too much. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I get that.
Bro, Steven's fun to watch, man. I like his story. I like his style. He's a funny bastard, always shaking the titties around for the fat boys. I like it. Fucking war.
Yep.
Seems like this dude gets cut up pretty easily. I don't know if that's just the way his face structure is, all the damage he's accumulated over time, or if Vitor's just that powerful because he was putting it on, bro. Do you guys think maybe if Asplin didn't look the way he did, it would have been judged a little differently?
I think it could have been, dude.
Bro,
I think
I
that
feel like Asplin could have. I feel like some judges, if it was in a different location, might have given it to him.
yeah. I think
It was close.
Yeah,
I think the damage definitely played a role.
bro was drenched.
I will say if they gave that to Steven Asplin, there probably would have been an eruption in the community saying, "Oh, that shit was a robbery." So like, you know, I'm happy honestly that they didn't give it to Steven Asplin because I would not want to see the hate that he would get after that. So.
Yeah, no, for sure. It was close. It was closer than I think people are saying. But yeah, bro,
It could have been a
damn,
split. Definitely could have been a split. I don't know. The
Yeah.
unanimous is pretty crazy, but
The way
Yeah.
his face looked after, it makes sense. But yeah, man, I'm excited to see him get back in there because this is a dude that I think is just gonna go out, fucking always be in fun fights. He's gonna be a fan favorite fighter.
I think we'll probably see him back in like 2-3 months, man. You know, he fought the end of December, last card of the year. He's already back
Yup,
in there,
yup.
so I expect
Yup.
Steven to be back in there. Maybe June, maybe July. That'd be sweet. Maybe get him on the Baku card. Never know.
Ooh, I like it.
Next fight, I don't have much to say about this one, but Oral By
Yeah,
versus
this-
Chris
bro,
Curtis.
I thought this fight was gonna be good, man. I really
Yeah.
did.
I thought Chris Curtis would put up more of a challenge in the grappling, brother, but I guess
Yep.
Oral By is that good. I guess Oral
Yep.
By is just that good.
Hey, man. We'll move on.
Main card, opening up the main card, kind of mentioned this. Charles Johnson, Bruno Silva. I think Bruno Silva won that fight, boys. I think Bruno Silva won that fight. I'm going to say it right now. I thought Bruno Silva controlled a lot of that fight. I thought Charles Johnson looked very gun-shy for a lot of that fight. He did outstrike Bruno, which is I'm actually pretty surprised to see. I just felt like Bruno was controlling a lot of that fight. You know, putting Charles on the back foot, holding him up against the cage. And you know that doesn't always necessarily grant you a win, right? But from the eye test, when I was initially watching that fight, I thought Bruno Silva took that win. And I thought it was, I had Charles Johnson winning, so I'm not complaining, but I just think it's pretty crazy.
I can't lie, bro. I don't really remember this fight, so I'm gonna just trust your analysis here and roll with it.
It's valid, dude.
yeah, I'm also in agreement with that. I came out of that fight thinking Bruno won, so I was definitely surprised when Charles's hand was raised.
Yeah.
This was a fight where I really want to know what the judges were thinking. Like, not in a bad way. I just want to know like what their thought process was.
Yeah.
For Charles to win in this way.
And also, I'd like to mention quickly that the third judge gave Charles Johnson a 30-27.
That's insane. That's fucked.
Crazy.
Wow.
So,
Wow.
I don't
It was
know.
a split decision, so but that was fucking weird that they just scored it like that. 30-27. Like,
Very interesting.
but I mean it was close. So like it's not like it was I wouldn't say it was a robbery. Because it was close, but
Yeah, I don't think it's fair to say it's a robbery, but I will say that it was I thought it was a very clear Bruno Silva win to me, but we can
yeah.
move on.
Yeah.
Ion
Oh, this
Kumar-
next one, bro. Oh my god, I wish I would have went with my gut. Fuck.
Did you take Umar? I don't remember.
I did. But I was telling you guys, I think I said it on the
were,
last
bro.
episode.
Bro, I don't think it's
Fuck
crazy.
Lava, bro. He's good.
I don't think it's crazy for us to take, Umar for this one because he's the younger dude. He's very explosive. But Kudalaba
Yeah.
just has that experience, man. He's got that experience with the best of the best in the UFC, and he showed that there's levels to this, and that Umar has some work to do. So, Kudalaba, cutie,
Domination.
looked very good. Looked very, very good. I'm very impressed.
Yeah, bro. This is another one of those fights pretty close to a shutout. Like,
Yeah.
I don't think Umar really did anything. Eon kind of just did his thing, put the work in, and fucking got that late first round submission. So good for him, dude.
Yep.
Good for the Hulk.
Yep. Next scrap, we talked about this one. Marwan Rahiki versus Harry Hardwick. Banger. There's not much else to say. We already kind of covered it, but Harry Hardwick, broken jaw, had to kind of throw in. Oh, me and Barrett actually just found out that this is called retirement when your corner throws in the towel for you. So Marwan Rahiki wins by retirement over Harry Hardwick. But fucking good fight, man. Marwan Rahiki, I'm high on this dude now. This was I watched him on the Contender Series, but this was the first UFC fight for him, debut in the UFC. Harry Hardwick, it's his second fight in the UFC, lost his first one by leg kicks. Dude, this guy just gets injured in the most peculiar ways, but it's not like this was just a gimme for Rahiki. This was going to be a tough challenge, and he looked very good. And I think we need to study Harry Hardwick's fucking chin. So great fight.
Yeah, dude. Very entertaining fight. Good striking match. Yeah, bro. It's funny. Harry Hardwick is, I think it was before his debut in the UFC, was out on social media making fun of Lionheart, Anthony, for being a quitter. And it's funny just the way his two first fights in the UFC have gone. He kind of not quits from leg kicks, but he can't really get up after just from the damage. He's crawling around on the canvas, and then corner has to throw in the towel because his freaking jaw gets snapped. A little bit of karma there, maybe. I don't know.
Could be. Can't blame him though.
Either way, good fight. I'm glad the UFC told Harry.
He's such a nice guy too. Him and Steve at the hospital after, just a couple homies.
I'm glad the UFC told him, you got it. You will for sure have a next fight because this guy is just a warrior, bro.
He is.
Warrior.
He is. He will walk through punches and he will just continue to swing. There was a couple times where I thought Marwan could put this dude the fuck out. And then Harry just kept swinging back, man.
Yeah.
He was making this fight unreal, so super fun
to watch. It was, I remember his mouth just, out of nowhere, it just fell open, right?
Yeah.
And you thought maybe he was just gassed.
I'm pretty sure we mentioned that while we were watching.
Yeah. But turns out, bro just could not shut his mouth because his fucking jaw was broken.
Yeah. And I think this also shows a lot about Rahiki and his, his heart. Because, bro, he was taking some shots in that fight, too. Harry was connecting with a lot, man, so... Great fight.
Yeah, I'll be honest. There's some things Rahiki's got to work on in order to not get caught because, going up against some tougher opponents, people that, are, might have more power or striking's better, you might get caught, so...
He's still so raw, though, man. He's only...
100%. 100%. But, that's stuff you'll just learn over time, I guess, so... Yeah. But either way, what a fight.
Absolute banger. Next fight, we got Andre Fili versus Jose Delgado. I'll be honest, I don't remember too much of this fight. I'm pretty sure Andre Fili took that first round. And then Jose Delgado, kind of did his thing. Like I said, I don't remember this fight too much. I wanted to see, I'm high on Jose Delgado, so I wanted to see him kind of put Fili out because... we know Fili has a suspect chin. I actually do remember we were talking about during this fight. Bro, Fili got his chin back. Andre Fili got his chin back.
Delgado was checking that thing and it was holding up.
Yep.
I don't really remember. I don't know how I would score the fight. Don't really remember how that went. I just remember it was pretty entertaining. Stand and bang scrap. Delgado was landing those shots. The chin held up, bro. I was questioning Andre Fili's chin last episode. We've seen him get knocked out in the past, but it held up. A couple takedowns here and there. It was entertaining, bro. It was a good scrap. Delgado, he's freaking good, bro. I like him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, another split decision. I don't remember too much. Nothing really stands out. But it was a good fight.
Great fight. Co-main event, Canadian Jillian Robertson versus Amanda Lemos. Boys, I'm going to be honest here. I keep it honest on the Frozen Fist podcast here.
Let's hear it.
Not impressed with Jillian, bro.
Whoa, okay.
I'm not impressed with Jillian. I didn't think she looked good. I thought she was getting picked apart on the feet. We know Jillian is a strong...
It's not her game.
It's not her game. She's not a striker. She is a grappler first. She goes for those submissions. She wants to control you on the ground. Amanda Lemos, she's Brazilian. We know she's probably a black belt. She probably has good submission defense. And Jillian was able to hold her down for the last 2 rounds of the fight, but man, Jillian's lucky she didn't get put the fuck out because she was eating shots, eating elbows on the ground. She's shooting a takedown, shooting a single leg, and Amanda's just elbowing her in the head, and Jillian's not moving. She's just eating it. So she's lucky she didn't get put out, man. I'm not really impressed with her performance, but, I'm always support the Canadians. So, is Jillian next in line for the title shot?
It's interesting, bro. She might need one more, depending, how the UFC views that performance. I thought, that it didn't start too great for her. Like you said, the last 2 rounds, she kind of just held her down, did her thing. Got the win. What is that? 5 in a row now?
Yep.
6 in a row, something like that. Is she next in line for the title shot is the question, bro. I guess we'll just have to wait and see. It'd be pretty cool seeing a Canadian fight for a belt. Can't lie.
It would be dope.
But, bro, I don't know. Her versus McKenzie?
She's top 5 now, so
That'd be interesting, bro.
Things get interesting. Not entirely thrilled by Jillian's performance. But at the end of the day, she got the win. Controlled most of the fight. 3 takedowns. I don't know. It was a fight.
It was fine.
It was the fight of the year.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, unfortunately, that might honestly take the second most, unappealing. Is that a good word to use? Unappealing.
It wasn't anything crazy. I mean, and we kind of expected that. Like, we knew Lemos was going to be pretty aggressive. But it just wasn't anything crazy. Yeah, hard to sub.
But yeah, Jillian, it's exciting to see Canadian that high in the rankings. For the amount of Canadians in the UFC and how many are in the rankings, like, we got Charles Jourdain about to make his way in the rankings. We got Mike Malott. We got Eamon Zahabi, Jasmine. Now we got Jillian in the top 5. It's like, bro, there's only like 11.
I'll even say Luby Godinez. She trains in Canada. I think lives in Canada for the most part.
There you go.
So she's an honorary Canadian.
You got her. Arnold Allen trains in Canada.
Brendan Allen.
Allen, bro. Canada's up next, boys. Don't count us out. We got Aaron Nielsen.
Got Ronnie Son coming up in the pipeline.
The first ranked bantamweight. So
I feel like we got some pretty decent prospects as well. So
yeah. You got Louis Jourdain coming up. We got to talk to Charles a little bit. Yeah, Mandel Nallo, who is going to be a Frozen Fizz guest as well. I might add. Yeah, bro. Just like for the amount of fighters we have in the UFC, man, Canadians are tough, bro.
They're doing well.
We're in there like swimwear, so fuck
yeah, boy.
Canada repping. Main event time. Ooh. Man, did we predict this shit or what? If you guys
that was a pretty cool reel.
If you guys are not on the damn Kevin Vallejos train, what are we doing? This guy is the future of featherweight. This guy is the future. He's going to chin John Silva in the rematch. He's going to chin Diego Lopez. Volk will probably be gone by the time this is all done.
That John Silva matchup is interesting. Can't wait to talk about that after this because I got some things to say.
Ooh. Sorry to hop off topic here, but is John Silva fighting for the belt next?
Bro,
what the hell's going on here?
Been seeing some rumors about that, Barrett. Apparently he signed a contract, bro.
What the hell's going on here?
This dude should not be fighting for the belt at all. I think it's ridiculous if the UFC gives him a title shot, especially after we have such a big matchup coming up this weekend. But honestly, if they booked John Silva and Volk within like the next month or two, couple months, maybe in June, because I'm sure, who knows how this fight on the weekend goes. These guys could get battered. These guys could get beat up and might need some time off, You don't want to keep Volk waiting around too long, but I think they need to wait to sign a contract with John Silva until after this weekend.
I'll also add, as everyone knows, I'm not the hugest John Silva fan, but that might be the most entertaining matchup.
John Silva and Volk, for sure. And in terms of press conference as well.
Oh yeah, it makes the most sense.
It does.
In terms of entertainment, so
it does, but it doesn't.
I understand it from that point.
It doesn't make sense in terms of
merit.
In terms of the sport, yes.
The best guy fighting, yeah.
The UFC, but bro, that's the thing. The UFC does not go off merit anymore.
Yeah,
it's
paramount.
It's what's gonna make money. It's what's gonna get the most eyes. It's what's and that's That's the John Silva fight, bro. I can't lie. That's why I'm not really too upset if he gets it. It's gonna be a fun fight. Is he the most deserving guy? No, but like you said, bro, we'll just have to wait and see how this fight over the weekend goes. But I'm down for a John Silva Volkanovski fight, bro.
Yeah.
I think that's gonna be pretty fireworks. So we'll see.
Not complaining. But like I said, I don't think it makes sense right now. But that being said, we'll clip that. Actually, we'll clip that. That's a good little clip to post on the socials. But Kevin Vallejos, Josh Emmett. Kevin Vallejos is the fucking man, dude. Kevin Vallejos is going to run through the 145 division. You guys know I've been high on Kevin Vallejos. I love watching this dude. I love his style. I just love the boxer heavy fighters because that's how I like
so clean.
That's how I like to fight. And we got to see him mixing some elbows today. On Saturday. We got to see him mixing some knees. You know, a little bit different style than what we usually see from Kev because he's facing bigger guys usually. But, you know, he's fighting a guy at his own height. He gets to mix it up a little bit. We got to see his output, his pressure. Dude, his counter-striking was so clean. He would slip every single punch and just catch Josh Emmett. It was insane to watch. Dude, this fight wasn't even one round, and he accumulated almost 40 strikes.
Yeah.
Insane. So Kevin Vallejos is the fucking man, dude. He is the future. And his gym is always reposting our shit. And Kevin has been liking our stories, too, the ones that I posted him, so...
Let's go, Kev.
Shout out Kev, man. Shout out Kev. He's the man.
Yeah, bro. He looked fucking unreal. Just looking at the stats, bro. It wasn't even fair. 2 knockdowns. Outstruck him 43-3. 36 of them being significant. Like, this guy's a real deal, bro. If this dude starts learning some English, bro, he will become a fucking star. I guarantee you.
Dude, he is a superstar.
That's one of the notes I have.
He is a superstar in Argentina as it is. So yeah, if he dials in on that English a little bit, this dude might be like Ilya Taporia level star, dude.
Yeah, this guy's fucking legit, man.
Yeah, what a fight, man. What a fight. What a performance. Dude, Kev could fight tomorrow. He could fight tomorrow. He could fight tonight.
0 damage.
Yeah. He man, I think my favorite part about his style, the way he fights, is like he's super efficient. He's super accurate. It doesn't seem like he wastes many strikes.
Yeah.
Like they always mean something. And when he wobbled Josh, bro, and he was fucking just battering him. One of the punches he threw to, I don't know if it was to Josh's head or to his body, but he like threw his right leg back to get just a little bit more power in the punch. It was I've never seen it. I've never seen anything like that before. It was like it seemed like unorthodox. Like he just threw his leg back to like generate more power. I don't know. It was so trippy, bro. But watching that back was crazy. So that's just something I picked up on. But yeah, what a performance. Crazy this guy's never fought in an arena. Get this guy in an arena.
Get this guy an Argentina card, man. I think
yeah.
Holy shit.
If he keeps beating the shit out
I think
of
at some point he might generate enough noise to get an Argentina card.
He is the man.
Yeah, he's always fought in the Apex, pretty crazy. Kevin, please learn some English because you could genuinely become a huge star in the U.S. And just North America.
And also learn some English so we can get you on the Frozen Fist podcast, brother.
Yeah, exactly. Man, what a performance.
Yeah, I'm very impressed with Kevin, and I can't wait to see this dude hop back in the octagon, man. What is next for Kevin Vallejos? I think he gets the loser of Aljo Yusuf Zalal. That's
what I think too, bro.
I think it makes the most sense. I think you got to give him a test against a grappler. We have seen, obviously, he can strike. Exactly what Barrett said. Bro, he doesn't waste any strikes. He will slip a shot and then put 3 punches together, and each one of them will connect and have so much power. He doesn't waste any energy. He's very efficient. Let's see how he does against a wrestler, dude. Let's see how he can handle the pressure of someone like Aljo, of someone like Yusuf Zalal. I do think Aljo will win that fight, so the Yusuf Zalal matchup probably makes a little bit more sense right now. And Yusuf Zalal is not a slouch, bro. This dude is very good.
He just submitted Josh Emmett, so
yeah. So
you got a guy who just knocked out Josh Emmett versus a guy who submitted him.
Yeah.
So
and we'll see how Yusuf and that Aljo fight goes. I think it's gonna be a very high highly skilled grappling matchup, but got to give Kev the loser of that one, I think, because the winner will probably be, in title talks. So,
and we know Kev. I was just gonna say we know Kev. He's not eager to rush into the top 10, top 5, whatever. Like he kind of just wants to build himself. So I could see him fighting, a guy only a few rankings ahead of Josh Emmett. Maybe like I don't know. I can't think of anyone right now, but
I think Yusuf's Law is the perfect matchup.
I do want to see him up against a grappler.
I'm in the same boat, bro. Like I said on the social page, bro. I think he needs to be put up against a grappler because we got to see how he handles that, bro. And I think he can handle it. And if that's the case, dude, he is going to be a problem.
Mm-hmm.
He already is a problem, but that just makes him even more of a problem.
Yeah. If we see him like stuff a bunch of takedowns from a guy of that caliber, and be able to, if he does get taken down, get up and not put himself in bad positions.
We got a future champ in our hands, boys.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm on that train now.
Let's go. Go. We're on the Kevin Vallejos train.
I think we're on a collision course for Melk versus Kev.
Oh,
it's gonna happen at some point.
That would be fireworks.
This division is a little bit underrated, bro. A little bit underrated. We always talk about we talk about welterweight, we talk about middleweight, but featherweight is looking good right now, brother. I would like to add, Kevin's mom was commenting on our post too. Bro, I was looking through some posts and
really,
yeah, bro.
Shout out Kev's mom.
She was just posting like some pictures. I translated the captions and, bro, he just seems like a super like genuine dude. Like loves his family, just supports his family. And Kevin's just a fucking good dude, man. That's awesome. We are rocking with Kevin.
We are rooting for Kevin Vallejos.
Yes.
Shout out Kev and shout out Kev's mom.
We will be champ. We will be champ. But
I was going to say the final thing. I was just going to talk a little bit about Jean Silva versus Kevin Vallejos because there's a lot of people commenting on our TikTok.
I saw that.
Saying I've seen Jean Silva's going to run through Kev. I've seen people say that Kev's going to run through Jean Silva. I've seen it all. Yeah, it's interesting out there, man. Fan base is interesting.
I think that's probably one of the best matchups you can make in this division right now.
Yeah.
I will say I think the Kev Melk matchup would go very similar to the Kev Giga matchup. Giga and Melk are very similar fighters, kickboxers who like to use their kicks. They're lanky. I also saw a video of Melk and Charles Oliveira today, and Melk is bigger than Charles Oliveira.
Yeah, he's a big dude. Yeah,
he's a big
boy.
He's a big ass.
He's lanky.
He is. So that's an interesting fight that I'm sure we'll have to see down the future.
I will say, Kev might do Jean Silva worse than Diego did him. Bro might make him look like an impulse grenade.
I would love to see it, bro. I would love to see it. Yeah, I'm high on Kev. I'm not crazy about Jean Silva anymore. I don't really like his antics outside of the octagon. He is just like autistic. I don't know if he means to be like as brain dead as he is, but it's just annoying, dude. I don't know. He's cringe. Cringe is the best word to put. He's cringe. But
it's funny for the first bit, but like when you realize like that's just all he's been doing, I don't know. It's just it's interesting. He might just be that autistic. I don't know.
Yeah. We'll move on.
Nothing wrong with it.
We'll move on from UFC Vegas 114. We got UFC London coming up this weekend.
London.
Not a crazy amount of prelims I want to talk about. Shamrock. I want to see Shamrock get his win. He didn't look great in his UFC debut. So I would like to see him get a win here. And
Mario Pinto.
Yeah, we got Mario Pinto, who's one of our top prospects in the UFC. Mm-hmm. So looking forward to.
Bro might chin the get.
I'm pretty sure he's going to chin the get.
Wow, I didn't realize. Pretty big height advantage too.
Yeah. And a lot heavier.
Yep.
So.
Wait a minute. Wait. Oh shit! Felipe was a light heavyweight.
Yeah. So.
What the hell?
I think Mario Pinto might starch this guy into the shadow realm, brother.
I think it's coming. Damn, 3 bangers to end off the prelims.
That's yes.
Sick. Yeah, the end of the prelims are very good, but the start, not crazy about. We got our fight to watch up next. Nathaniel Wood versus Lozine Kita. I was talking to the homie at work about this fight. I'll be honest, bro. I was watching when I was making that edit of Kita. I'm not crazy impressed with him, bro. He runs forward and he lunges into his punches like how Cody Brundage was against Cam. And I think Nathaniel Wood is just going to be able to stand there, plant his feet, and catch Lozine. So I think this is going to be one of those situations where it's kind of a little bit of a fraud check. That's just my opinion. I'm pretty high on
That's fair.
I'm pretty high on Nathaniel Wood. I think he is a brawler. I think he is an absolute scrapper. I will say I don't really think he won that fight against Jose Delgado. But yeah.
Experience will come into play for Nathaniel.
That's I'm not gonna. That's justified. That's a very valid opinion. I'm pretty high on Nathaniel Wood as well. He's a fucking scrapper. He'll go out there and he's down for a war. I do think Kita has the power to find his chin though and put him out. We've seen Nathaniel be dropped before.
Yep.
Like Aaron said, he kind of just throws to the wind and hopes something lands. But I think that's kind of what makes him like the highlight reel, bro. He's just putting guys out, right?
Mm-hmm.
I feel like if he lands that shot, you're kind of just going sleepy. And I don't know. I'm not counting Nathaniel out. It's going to be a close fight, I think. But I do think Kita will win, bro. I'm not going to lie.
That's not crazy, bro.
I think this will be a situation where the guy coming in, making his debut, will end up with the victory.
Yeah, I could see it go either way. Lozine's going to have to come in with a pretty good game plan going up against Nathaniel. I think I'm going to go with Nathaniel. I think I'm going to go with the... would this be an upset? I don't know what the odds are like.
It's a great question.
Yeah, that is a great question. I haven't looked yet.
That's something more.
I get my Sendro slips in.
Yeah, we need that. But I just don't know how that's going to do at the highest level, bro. You know, we've seen guys get exposed in the UFC, you know, who looked very dominant in other promotions. And, you know, Lozine Kita was a double champ. And you don't really see dudes come from other promotions as a double champ. You don't even see a lot of champions come from other promotions. So it's very.
I told Ronnie-san, I hope Lozine's not another.
Let it play out.
I hope he's not another patchy mix.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro. If it turns out to be something like that, where I just get where he does get fraud check, and I just am made to look bad, that'll be unfortunate. But I think he has it, bro. I think he can go out there and fucking do his thing.
Patchy Mix got knocked out in Ryzen, by the way, guys, against like a 19-year-old.
Yeah.
What are we doing?
Yeah.
Anyways.
Oh, this next fight. Whew.
Yeah, this next fight, I'm very torn. I'm very torn. I do not know who to pick in this one. The funny thing is, these guys, their last fight was on the same card. So we got Mason
The
Jones.
lightweight versus the welterweight.
Yeah, we got Mason Jones versus Axel Sola. Man, I like Mason Jones. I won't lie. He's a brawler. He is another dude who will die on that shield. You know, he is a Wales lad. He'll go out there and fucking just scrap, bro. But Axel Sola he's pretty dangerous himself, dude. He's pretty dangerous himself. He's got power. He's the bigger dude as well. I'm very torn between this fight. He is a very big lightweight, actually, Axel Sola. Man, I don't know. I don't know. I honestly don't know if I'm going to have a pick for this fight because I think it's so close.
Yeah, man, this is going to be an exciting fight. Right now, I'm probably leaning more Mason Jones just because he's got the experience. He's actually gotten wins over some pretty legit guys. Belagioki, Jeremy Stevens. Had a good scrap with Ludovic Klein. But, like you said, Axel Souza, bro, he's a fucking beast. He's huge, undefeated.
Yeah.
It's tough, but it's going to be a really good fight.
Yep.
Promise you that.
Yep.
Yeah, this is an absolute banger to end off the prelims.
Potential fight of the night.
I was just going to say, potential fight of the night. This is going to be such a sick fight. Mason Jones, dude, if this guy wins, should we try to get him on the pod?
I actually did message him. He messaged me back, but he said that his management controls all of his media stuff. So I emailed his management, and I haven't heard an answer back. So I'll try to reach back out. Yeah.
All right. Yeah, I think I might lean Mason in this one, but it's so tough. This has got to be as close to a pick'em as possible. Yeah, it's gonna be a banger regardless. Who cares? This is gonna be such a sick fight. I feel like so.
Yeah. Opening up the main card, another one that I'm torn about, dude. Another one I'm torn about. We got Curtis Campbell, the Pink Panther, second UFC fighter to
Pink
have
shorts.
pink shorts.
Bro's got the pink shorts. That's crazy.
Yeah.
They're not custom for O'Malley anymore.
Nope. And Curtis is kind of peculiar looking dude. He's he's got
Yup.
those big ad glasses, but
Yup.
he's a Scouser. He's
Bro, he's young, 23.
Yeah, he's our age. Fuck, man, he's crispy too. I guess he's my age. Sorry, bro.
Hey, bro, I'm Unk.
Unk. Old head.
I'm Unk.
But yeah, Curtis Campbell is very good, man. I was very impressed with his performance on the Contender Series. But Danny Silva has a lot of experience. He took Kevin Vallejos to the judges. He got beat up. He got beat up for 3 rounds, but regardless, he stayed in the octagon with Kevin Vallejos for 3 rounds. I'm leaning Curtis because he is the younger fighter, because he has just a lot of momentum on his side. He's coming off a big performance, big knockout on the Contender Series.
Hometown guy as well.
Hometown guy. I think the stars are just kind of aligning for Curtis, but I will say I'm not surprised if Danny Silva pulls this one off.
Yeah, I don't got crazy analysis for this one. I took Curtis just because he's undefeated. I liked his performance last on Contender Series, and I wasn't too familiar with Danny Silva. Didn't really do too much research on him, but should be a good scrap, bro. I'm excited for it.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of people going with Curtis, and I could see him winning. I'm going the opposite. I'm going with Danny Silva. Only guy to have went the distance with Kevin Vallejos. That's got to mean something.
Yep.
So I'm going with Danny.
He's got very good boxing, man. He's got very good boxing, but
yeah,
like I said, I wouldn't be surprised if he pulls it off. But next fight, we got Christian Leroy Duncan versus Roman Dolidze. Man,
CLD's putting him out.
Yeah, this is going to be a quick fight.
Yeah,
this is going to be a quick fight. CLD is going to put Roman Dolidze out. Roman Dolidze looked like buns against Anthony Hernandez.
Bro.
What month was that? August? Yeah, he looked like shit.
9th?
August 9th? He looked like shit. And, obviously I'm going with the younger guy. CLD is one of our top-rated prospects at 185. And I think he's very dangerous, brother. So I think we're going to see a highlight reel knockout here.
Yeah, bro. I think that stars are just also aligning for Christian Leroy Duncan. He's the younger fighter, 30 years old. Roman Dolidze is 37. Not the greatest performance in his last outing against Fluffy. CLD, bro, he's fucking got power in those hands. I think he's going to be able to find the chin and put him out, and he's going to be able to keep the train rolling. So no crazy analysis here. I think we got a knockout coming.
Yeah, also going with the hometown guy. Man, I will always remember that Roman Dolidze Anthony Hernandez fight. Bro, Roman looked like a bag of milk getting carried around that octagon.
Bro, one of the most dominant performances we've ever seen in the octagon.
Bro was just dragging him through the ringer.
He had no business being in there.
No, that was atrocious. Yeah, I'm going with Christian Leroy Duncan. All
right. Next fight, we got Iwu Baranowski versus Austin Lane. We're about to see another highlight reel here, boys.
Let's go, Iwu!
Another highlight reel. Iwu is going to send Austin Lane to the Shadow Realm. Much younger fighter. I saw somewhere that this fight was going to be at 185, but I don't know if that's true.
There's no shot Austin's making 185.
Hey, that's what I saw, brother. That's what I saw. That's what I read
online.
What
the fuck?
I don't know how factual that is, but yeah, I mean, Iwu is the much smaller guy, but I don't think he cares. And Austin Lane is very susceptible to getting finished. So I think it just makes sense for Iwu to put this dude out.
Yeah, man. I think we are gonna get an Iwu KO. Austin Lane's got a pretty sick highlight reel of himself getting knocked out.
Yeah, bro.
I don't think it's gonna be as crazy of a bar brawl as his last fight for Iwu, but I think it's gonna go pretty good for him. He's gonna put him out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that Iwu versus Aslan last fight was unreal.
Iwu versus Ibu.
Yeah, one of the craziest first rounds that I've ever seen for sure. Yeah, that was unreal. I don't know if we're gonna get something like that. But dude, yeah, Iwu 6 inches shorter. Bro's gonna be punching at the tree.
6 inches is huge, bro. 6 inches.
Yeah, 6 inches is
massive.
fucking huge.
So
yeah, going up against a much taller guy. It's gonna be interesting, but he was very good. So I'm looking forward to see how he does this, see how he handles this, see how he gets it done. Rooting for him, so let's go.
W. All right, next fight. We got the featured fight on this card. Michael Venom Page, Sam Patterson. This is another good fight, boys. This is another good fight. And a fight, I'm going to be honest, I could see this fight going either way. Mm-hmm. Sam Patterson, a very highly touted prospect for us in the 170 division. Very well-rounded. He's a great grappler. He is a good boxer. He puts that output out. He will walk forward and just piece you up. And he's super fun to watch. But Michael Venom Page is an absolute fucking sniper, dude. If he creates a lot of dead space in that octagon. If you are too eager, if you overthrow and MVP slides out of range, he might put you out. Okay? I think Sam Patterson could control this fight on the ground, but that's if he doesn't get fucking flying kneed or sparked on the way into that takedown. So this is a very tricky fight. I do think Michael Venom Page is going to pull it off, strictly for the reason that he is just the older fighter, more experienced, and he's just got a very unique style, a tough style to fight against.
This one's tough, bro. If you're Sam Patterson, you got to think the game plan is taking him down and trying to work him on the ground, because I can't really see MVP losing a fight. This fight, if it's a striking match, point fighter, good from distance. He's just bouncing in and out, popping you with fucking everything. But yeah, it's definitely it's a winnable fight for Sam, but I think it's going to be a tough test, and I think MVP is going to pull it off. He's good, bro. He's got a fucking insane style. It's hard to read, hard to figure out. And yeah, home soil. I think he's going to do it.
Just very well, both guys home soil actually, but
both on home soil.
True. That's very I guess so. I guess that's
And isn't
true.
this technically more of a home soil for Sam?
I don't know. I'm not too sure, but I just think MVP's style is so unique that I think Sam's gonna have some trouble with it.
I'm going the opposite. I got Sam. I'm very high on him. I think he's a very good prospect in this 170 division. Going up against Michael Venom Page, though, very tough test. Very hard, style to go up against. I think, I'm going to be honest, I do believe Sam can hold his own in the striking aspect against MVP. I think he's pretty good in that aspect, but if it does hit the ground, I think he's going to dominate. He's on a 4-fight win streak, home soil. I think he gets it done.
Okay. That is our featured fight. We got our co-main now. We got Luke Riley versus Michael Aswell Jr. Another little bit of a test for Luke Riley, bro. But it's kind of interesting. This fight is the co-main. Obviously, the UFC wants to push the Luke Riley train a little bit. He's teammates with Patty. Just a very, very skilled striker. He does have a tendency to get taken down in the first round of fights, but he always makes those adjustments in the second round, and he starts piecing you up. And I think, I know Michael Oswald Jr. He is, he's more of a striker first. He likes to put that output out. He also is moving down a weight class for this one. I don't know how many fights he's had at 145, but I think for the most part he has fought a lot at 155 earlier in his career. But I think Luke Riley's gonna put him out. I think Luke Riley has crazy power in his hands. I love his striking. He's very similar to Kevin Vallejos in that his boxing and his, counter punching and putting, 3, 4, or 5 punch combinations together. It's impressive, bro. So I'm high on Luke Riley. I like watching him, and I think he's going to get it done.
Yeah, I don't got crazy insight on this. I don't know too much about Michael Aswell. Obviously, Luke Riley's undefeated, coming off that big knockout over Mr. Clean.
Bogdan
Guskov. I think he's. Oh no, that's his twin, bro. Bogdan.
That's his twin.
Bogdan the grad, dude.
The one who graduated out of the two.
Anyways, yeah. I think Luke Riley's going to be able to put him out. If not, he's going to win an exciting decision. But yeah, dude, I like him. Weird that he is the co-main though. But I guess the UFC's high on him. They want to push him, so whatever.
Yeah, a little fight between some featherweight prospects, as we kind of talked about. A lot of prospects in this division. I'm going with Luke. Not too familiar with Michael. Don't have too much knowledge on him. But I am a little scared in this matchup because
I'm scared.
Yeah, Luke. I wasn't too impressed in his fight against Bogdan. Obviously got it done, got the KO, but Bogdan was piecing up a little bit from what I remember. I feel like Bogdan looked pretty good in that fight.
Bogdan controlled him on the ground for a lot of that fight. Trust me, bro. Just go back, watch like some of Luke's Cage Warriors fights. Bro, he gets taken down and like held down and dominated for the first round almost every single fight, and then he'll always knock out his opponent second or third round.
Just chins to get.
Yeah, trust.
Okay.
Go watch some of his fights. Like, it's honestly insane because it happens almost every single time. But
okay, so we got a Luke Riley KO coming.
That's my prediction, brother. That's my prediction.
All right. Well, either way, should be a good fight. Like I said, 2 featherweight prospects going at it in the co-main event. Pretty crazy as a co-main, but hey,
Yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah. Main event, boys. We got Movsar Evloev versus Lerone Murphy. Huge title implications for 145. This is the most significant win-to-loss ratio in a fight in UFC history, I think.
Wow.
Let's do the math here quick. It's 36-0. 36-0-1. Combined records between these two guys.
Holy shit.
2 very dominant fellas. Okay, we got Movsar Evloev, very dominant wrestler. Dagestani. No finishes in the UFC. He's not a crazy entertaining fighter, but man, is his grappling good. He had a very entertaining fight against Aljo on UFC 300. That was UFC 300, right? No. Whenever.
No, that was when the fuck was that, bro? Aljo fought Cater on 300. I know that.
Right. So it was after. I think that was Aljo's next fight. Later in 2024. But obviously he doesn't fight much, Movsar, but he's a fucking good grappler, man. He's very skilled. And then we got Lerone on the other side. He's not known for necessarily finishing a lot of guys either, but he's coming off a huge knockout, dude. And honestly, I'm not upset with the Diego Lopez title shot, but this dude kind of deserved the title shot next. I won't lie, but he made Aaron Pico, go to sleep, spinning elbow KO, timed it perfectly. Was getting pieced up for that first round, but maybe he's just maybe he's making reads. Maybe he was just, you can never. It was early in the fight. So, this is a really tough fight to pick, man, because both these guys are very skilled, very in very good shape. Both guys. I think I'm just going to go Movsar. I think stylistically that a lot of guys will have trouble with him in the division. And I honestly do think, as of right now, he's probably the best. I gotta see a rematch between him and Diego, because I almost want to say he's the best 145er besides Volk.
That's fair to say, bro. It'd be nice if we could see him a little bit more often, but yeah, I'm kind of in the same boat. I feel like he's just kind of too good, man. Like, just the style of fight that he brings. I would prefer if Lerone Murphy won this fight, bro, because I do think he deserves that title shot. I want to see him fight for the belt, but it's going to be tough, dude. Evloev's fucking good. I don't think he's going to be putting himself in a position to get put out by Lerone Murphy. I feel like he's just going to kind of stay on the gas, try to shoot those takedowns, take him to the ground. It might be a boring fight, bro. It probably will be a boring fight, but it is what it is. Big implications.
I think we could see a lot of high-level scrambles, though, like wrestling scrambles.
Yeah.
And also,
I think Murphy will be able to get back up to his feet a bunch if he has to.
Yeah, and also I think that Movsar can kind of telegraph those takedowns a little bit. And we seen Lerone Murphy, with the flying knee KO before off a guy shooting a takedown.
True.
So
yeah,
call me crazy, man.
That would be nuts. That would be nuts. I would love to see that.
Yeah.
But ultimately, I think I'm leaning with Evloev.
Yeah. Also leaning Evloev. I doubt we see a finish in this fight. I doubt it. These are two decision merchants going at it. Obviously, Lerone's coming off a pretty crazy KO of the year. I like his story, bro. This guy survived getting shot in the head, so.
And a fucking car crash.
Yeah, and a car crash. So, that's a cool story, comeback, whatever. But yeah, I'm going with Movzar. Like Ryan said, stylistically, like this guy, just a good grappler. I hope we see some submission attempts, not just him like hugging and holding him down and just
or some ground and pound.
Control the fight. Yeah, ground and pound, submission attempts, whatever. Hope we see some of that.
Just some activity.
Yeah, just some activity.
Just make it a little fun.
Yeah, make it a little fun. Come on, man. You only fight once every 2 years, so come on, make it fun. But yeah, I got Movzar.
All right, man. Well, that is episode 35.
One more thing that I thought was pretty interesting.
Yes, sir.
There is going to be 7 undefeated fighters at UFC London.
Yep.
7 undefeated fighters.
And at least one of them is gonna lose that donut.
Mm-hmm.
So.
And Movzar versus Lerone, both on 9-fight win streaks. Pretty fucking crazy. I wonder if that's like the most, where both fighters have like crazy long streaks. Just like you said, like with the differential in their streaks. I wonder if that is I don't know how you would word it, how you'd say it, but 9-fight win streaks, bro. Both of them, it's pretty fucking crazy.
I understand what you're trying to say. Yeah, so, bro. It's going to be
both putting it on the line.
It could be a boring fight, as we said, but either way, I mean, if you're a true hardcore MMA fan, you're okay with these wrestling scrambles. You're okay with watching these dudes, shoot takedowns and whatnot. For me personally, bro, I love watching especially since I started like training MMA. I think it's so, I don't know, I could just like pick little things, away from these guys and how they defend takedowns, how they shoot takedowns. So for me, it's fun to watch, and that's why I also was I was a big fan of that Charles Oliveira fight. But it's very possible that this is a boring fight for a casual fan from a casual fan standpoint. But
yeah, I don't mind it as long as you're actively trying to get the other opponent out of there.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah, if you're stalling, if you're laying on top of your opponent, then that's when it gets even as a fan of the grappling aspect of MMA, that's when it gets boring for sure. So I agree, but
yeah, well said.
Yeah, boys, that's it. Episode 35. We had a lot to talk about. This, I feel like this is a pretty long episode, but hope you guys enjoyed. Hope you guys enjoyed the Josiah Harrell interview. Once again, very thankful to have him on. It was a great opportunity to talk to him, pick his brain. Like I said, we had Charles Jourdain this week, yesterday, and then we got Cam Rowson on Saturday. So,
let's go.
Man, 700 subscribers on YouTube as well.
Hey, shout out.
Let's go.
800 followers on TikTok.
Thank you.
It's I don't know, bro. Just very grateful. I'm very appreciative. I say this shit every fucking episode, but man, it's so fucking fun doing this shit. I love just talking about this sport, man. It's fun to turn this into something that we can, make money off of and do for a living. So, Frozen Fist, we're up, and we're not slowing down, boys. So thank you for the support. Thank you for the love. And yeah, keep showing that love. Keep following us. Let us know what you guys thought of this episode. If you made it this far, comment Kevin Vallejos.
Yeah.
And yeah, you guys got anything else to add?
Nah, I hope you guys have a good next couple interviews, because when's the next interview? Is it the Saturday one?
It's Saturday, yeah.
Friday.
All right, what do we got?
Oh shit, we got Friday too. I forgot. We got Kyle Nelson.
Yeah, dude.
We got Kyle Nelson on Friday. I completely forgot about that shit. Well, okay, I just rebooked that one today, so that one slipped my mind.
We are booked and busy.
Yeah, we
go.
We got Kyle Nelson on Friday. So, boys, we got lots of interviews coming soon. So keep your eyes peeled. Stay tuned. I'll let you finish what you're saying, QJB.
Yeah, good luck with the interviews. Good luck next week. I won't be here, obviously.
You'll be here for the Cam interview.
I'll be here for the Cam one, but I won't be here for the Kyle. Won't be here next week for the pod, but I know you guys will hold it down. Hopefully the fights on this weekend are pretty entertaining. I think we'll get some good scraps. I'm excited, bro. Let's go.
Let's go.
Yeah. Don't know if I have much else to add. UFC London, I feel like it's gonna be a pretty good card. Coming off of the last card, though, I don't know if it's gonna,
It's hard to top
in comparison, I don't know. Yeah, hard to top that. But there's definitely a lot of fights I'm very interested in and very excited to, see the outcomes of. So, in that aspect, I'm pretty excited. Other than that, this episode's probably not as long as last week's because last week's was a PR for us. So, but
Yeah.
yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the Josiah interview and shout out Josiah. Yeah.
All right, man. Well, yeah. Hope you guys enjoy UFC London, and yeah.
Peace the frick out, Frozen Fist Fight fans.
Peace out.
Peace.
Yo, what's going on, boys? Sorry for the interruption again. I just wanted to give another shout out to another sponsor of the pod in Nutritology. Supplementation is huge and super important for athletes, and especially in a sport like MMA where your body and your brain are taking constant abuse and damage. Nutritology will be perfect for you guys. They offer a wide variety of supplements helping with performance, recovery, basically whatever you need. I personally am a huge fan of the Lion's Mane from Nutritology, the Lion's Mane Complex, as well as the creatine. I take both supplements every single day. I wanted to highlight these two supplements in particular because Lion's Mane Complex and creatine are both nootropics. So basically they're both supplements that repair neural pathways inside of the brain. So very important for if you guys are sparring or you clash heads at jiu-jitsu or something. These will be two supplements that will help you guys out tremendously. The Lion's Mane in particular, super good for maintaining focus, just keeping that mind sharp, memory, whatever it may be, just keeping the mind sharp outside of the gym. The link to the website is in our bio on every single social media: YouTube, Instagram, TikTok. I don't know if it's on Twitter, but we'll get on that, where you guys can use our code FROZEN for 10% off all of your purchases. Once again, guys, if you're serious about your training, whether you are involved in combat sports or not, if you're an athlete in general, or if you just like to go to the gym, take your supplementation seriously and shop with Nutritology. Let's get back to the episode.